What's up? This is Claude Kelly. And this is Chuck Harmony. We are Louis York, and you are listening to our boy, David Duane, right now, always knowing the hot stuff. Let's go.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning back into On Air with your one and only rock star on the mic, David Duane, in the place to be. And yes, right here, right now, we've got Chuck Harmony and we've got Claude Kelly with us. Now, if y'all don't know, they've got an amazing duo called Louis York, and got this amazing label that they've got started, and they've got these amazing EPs, and they're with us. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on, David? How you doing?
Doing good. How about y'all?
Good. Thanks for having us. Yeah, we're good.
No doubt. Listen, I have been a fan of y'all work individually and together for like years, so it's truly an honor to have y'all, because y'all been putting in work when it comes to the music industry.
We've been working. Thank you, man.
No doubt. So let me ask y'all, just getting started, for the people who might not know about y'all as a duo, what made y'all want to come together, start a label, and just start doing music together?
You know what? I wish I could say that it was either one of us were that genius, but sometimes life forces you to do crazy things. We were both in New York, doing awesome. Nothing really fell off in that capacity, but we were just kind of unhappy with the calls we were getting, unhappy with where music was going, unhappy with what we were seeing on TV, and started complaining to each other about it, and then decided that instead of walking away from it all, we'd rather be the solution. So kind of just by accident, we ended up doing a couple songs that became Louis York, and then we realized that it was a powerful message, and that the music, the chemistry musically was crazy, and it's been really just chasing what I think is our destiny, our journey ever since then. It's much, much more than just me and Chuck trying to be on TV and look fly all the time, although we can do that too.
Right.
It's really more about us trying to show people a different way, bring back excellence, bring back melodies, bring back messaging, all in one package. So it's a bigger mission.
Exactly. And I definitely wanted to ask y'all, since you mentioned kind of being something bigger than what music is now, and really focusing on the key elements, because a lot of key elements are so missing and so wrong when it comes to this new day age of music. What are y'all opinions from pop going R&B going pop, everything just kind of trap taking away. What is y'all opinions on that?
As far as genre bending, I'm a fan of everything melting together, but what I'm not a fan of is that some of the ideologies or the things that made those genres special, they're getting lost in the translation of it all.
Right.
The soul of R&B, I think, is being compromised by basically the soul of everything. I'm not hearing enough soul in all of it, and really all of it should have soul, and should have heart, and should have good messaging, and should have excellence attached to it. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to be a part of bringing back the fact that people really cared enough to give their very best as it relates to music.
Right, definitely. Because I feel like that's definitely missing. People are not getting enough soul. They're not really getting vocals. They're giving half-assedness, and they're not even giving us lyrical messages. And y'all know all about that, from the songs that y'all have written and produced, all about, conceptual messages.
Yeah, that's a big part of what we do. The thing about it is that for me, it's not about genre bending or who should be doing what, because I think that's always been a mistake to pretend as if black people own a sound or white people own a sound or a certain country owns a sound. That's not really the truth. The problem really is that anyone can do anything. The only thing you can't do is suck. And a lot of times it's not about people doing different things. We're doing different things. Everyone's trying to grow and do different things, but you have to take care that you're still making sure it's an art and you're putting your all into it and making sure you're presenting masterpieces to people that will live for a long time.
Because really, the fans deserve to get quality music and quality vocals and quality songwriting, quality production. So we want to be, and to be quite honest, there are a few artists out there that's still doing it. So we just want to be one of the ones like those other artists that remind people everything got to be quality from top to bottom. That's what people deserve to hear.
Right. Definitely, I agree with that. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's what we want to hear as fans. I always say we have to remind ourselves we're fans first before we're even in this business. Just as human beings, we just want to hear good songs to get us through stuff. And so I'm constantly looking for that song that can make me laugh when I'm sad or make me sad when I want to be in my feelings. we owe it to ourselves, we owe it to each other to actually do music that can get us through life, because life is not easy.
And I feel like that's the most important thing that people don't realize, that life is not easy. So you've got, as an artist, you have to give, your 100% best, like even above and beyond, and give those songs where people can, like you said, they can feel, they can feel good about a situation. They can feel bad about a situation. They can just be in their feelings. They can feel very, spontaneous. They, just something that people can really connect to, because it seems like that's what we've been missing. Music that people can connect with. But it seems like the core artists that are from, the genre of R&B, like, our Tamias, our Music Soul Childs, our Tanks, they really tap into that.
Well, I mean, R&B is all about soul, heart and soul. So you naturally are going to get people who are going to cry out and put their heart into it. The problem is that even in R&B, there's this, when the business interferes and it's about how much money you can get or trying to get paid, that's what starts to water down the actual art of all these genres. And so we have, I think every genre feels like they're suffering more than the other ones, and they're all suffering from the same thing, which is enough quality people to provide music, enough people in the business that care enough to make it go to the right places and take care of it and be patient. So, we're always going to have good singers because people love to sing, but we're fighting right now to make sure that there's a good home for good singers and good music for good singers and a good team for good singers. And starting with ourselves, because we're singers first. So we're treating ourselves with that respect first, hoping that that'll lead the way for other people.
Absolutely. And let me even ask, how was the transition, being working with other artists and now putting you guys in the spotlight? How's that transition, and what have you guys taken from that experience and, bringing it to this experience now?
It's two separate things, like writing and producing for other artists is always going to be fun for us. It's always going to be a healthy challenge, and we love exploring voices and just coming up with cool ideas based on other personalities. But I think for Louis York actually get our best because it's our most authentic self, because we're making our music for ourselves. And so it tends to be a lot more emotional, but it's a whole lot of fun.
So let's talk about this latest track and video that you have out for Hipsters, because definitely one of my favorites off of the latest EP. Tell me about the concept for this video for those who haven't checked it out.
Absolutely. So we actually had the idea for the video kind of when we created the song, because a lot of these songs are visual for us. So we knew we wanted it to be like a pure white kind of almost otherworldly experience, because what we're talking about is about really losing track of all the stuff that's distracting you around you, like the real world stuff, the stuff that like confuses you, the people around you, the technology around you. So we wanted to make it seem like we're almost outer space. And so visually we wanted to be really white with bright flashes of color, just because a big part of Louis York is about letting people know it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be colorful. It's okay to be bold. You don't always have to wear black and cover your face all the time and sing about being just like in dark places. It's okay to be happy. So Hipsters specifically is about accepting yourself as the weirdo you are and not letting people take you from that path. The video, we hope, kind of reflects that too, just in the color and the way it's shot. Like, we're unafraid to be totally colorful and expressive and real, and even if no one else is standing with us, if it's just the two of us by ourselves, we're cool with that. And I think that's a message that people can relate to, because I know that every day I listen to that song and remind myself of that video, and it kind of gets me over my insecurities and my fears and my stumbling blocks. So if it's helping me, I hope it's helping someone else. But really, the video was to do that for ourselves and for the people who watch it, to just encourage them to be themselves. And that if you haven't found the tribe, you found it with us. We're those weirdos, are constantly trying to perfect ourselves and be comfortable in our skin. So come rock with us if you're not sure.
Definitely. And how would you say like the response has been to the video so far?
I think the people that has experienced the video, they really love it, and we're always blessed when our intention comes across. So all of the people that's hitting us back about all the feedback that we're getting and the blogs that's picking it up, all the feedback has been in line with how we originally intended people to receive the message. So I'm very proud of that.
So now Masterpiece Theater Act 1 and 2 are both released independently through you guys' label, Weirdo Workshop. How does that feel to do this independently versus, saying, let's rock with some majors since we have the connections to go ahead and do that? How's that been, being able to do this independently?
It's expensive.
and scary as shit sometimes. But
it's all worth it to me, you know. Man. It feels powerful. We feel empowered to be ourselves, and that's when you get the best. That's when you get the best product. It's when you're being totally original. So we wouldn't change that for a little extra dollars of help. We wouldn't do that.
No, it's awesome. And Weirdo Workshop, the company that we started, obviously it's a company that we put our music through, but it's also a lifestyle for us. The reason we started was not just to have a record label, because everybody that you know in the industry says they got a record label.
Right.
And that was never my dream or Chuck's dream.
Right.
The idea was to start a company that could literally be like a creative hub, a workspace where you could put out everything, whether it's books or producing films or producing Broadway musicals or soundtracks or obviously singles and music videos and speaking engagements and all that kind of stuff through Weirdo Workshop, just so people know that just by the name itself, that it's a place where they can feel free to speak their mind and be their unique selves and bring their art to the table, bring their personality to the table. That's what we're doing with that. That's what the company is for us, a place for us to bring all that to the table.
Right. And then I'm aware you guys also have artists that you are currently developing, right, with the label?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So how's that been too?
We just moved to Nashville, literally marking on 1 year, right? And so we spent our first year in Nashville, literally setting up shop. There's a Weirdo Workshop in Nashville forever, hopefully. And then what we've done is we've been developing ourselves and developing a couple of new acts and writing a whole lot of songs that we're going to be putting out in the next couple months, years, really. But really what we're trying to do right now is be projects. So we have artists and we have songs, and we're trying to match them to charities and to singles and to companies and to opportunities and think things that make sense and think outside the box. There's so much stuff coming. There's almost too much to tell, but it's just starting to trickle out right now. We just worked on Leandria Johnson is actually a Weirdo Workshop executive produced thing, and we're very proud of that. Her first single, Bigger Than Me, just came out, and we have a whole lot of other stuff like that coming soon.
Along with Weirdo Workshop.
Along with Weirdo Workshop artists that we're developing right now, but that's a whole other conversation. That's a listen session. That's a whole other.
You got to come down to Nashville listening session
and get the vibes.
Right. Wow, that's incredible that y'all are really, taking, this experience and really expanding on it, because a lot of people, they just think so one-minded when they go into like a different venture of their, their musical journey. They just be like, okay, let's just do this. Let's not expand. But you guys really have, definitely thought through it and like, y'all are doing it for real.
Yeah. Got to think big. You got to dream big. We never wanted to just be like two dudes playing instruments until we're 90. That's a part of what we do. But the goal here is to be global. With this cultural movement we have going. You know what I'm saying? Disney started as a little mouse, and now it's all over the place. And Weirdo Workshop could be as big one day if we stay true to our vision, which we're definitely doing. We're hoping that people will pick up instruments again and share experiences and work hard and be the best singers possible and start new bands, write books, and express themselves based off of just the Weirdo Workshop mentality.
Definitely. Because y'all are definitely doing a whole different sound that people aren't even touching, and it's just so organic. That's what I like about, you guys' music. Like, it's real organic, and it's not, like I said, we're not hearing this in other artists. We're not even seeing duos anymore.
Right. Exactly. You get us, damn it. You get us. Thank you.
No doubt. Listen, I do music myself, so I'm only forced but to get it. Like, if I don't get it, then it's like, I don't know what we're doing here. But I totally get it.
All right, that's awesome.
No doubt. So I know one of my friends wanted me to ask y'all, are y'all working with like any like of the same artists that you guys work with in the past to like do for any upcoming placements? What's up with some placements?
He said, so what's up with some placements? No, we're always trying to keep people on their toes. We got Michelle coming. We have Ludacris out right now. What else we got going?
We're about to start on NDRE.
NDRE, Deborah Cox.
We've been doing Maya too.
Woo! And those are some singers. Those are some real R&B singers that y'all just named.
Yeah, man. So our plate is full, man. We really trying to keep that music thing alive, man. We reaching out to the best voices. Like, come, let's do this new thing that we're doing down at Nashville and Weirdo Workshop.
But don't expect normal from what you hear from us. Weirdo Workshop, Claude and Chuck are both totally reinvented. So even if those names may be familiar, but what we're trying to give them is something next level.
Yep.
I could only imagine, like, the kind of sound y'all would do with K. Michelle, then Maya, then Deborah Cox. That sounds, and then Indy Irie. What?
The K. Michelle record is pretty surprising because she just sounds like, I don't even know. It's just so controlled, and her voice, it's a really good song for her. It's a really good song for her, and she cried after she heard herself singing it back. It's going to be a different sound for her fans, and she's singing her behind off on the record.
Yeah, I've heard a few different snippets of like just the stuff that she's working on in general, and I've just been like, okay, can we get a single? Can we get a single today? Like,
right?
She's a beast.
No, she does. She's gonna set it up right and get her fans salivating, and then she'll drop something. But we're just excited to be a part of the project.
Indeed. And then you guys are also planning on dropping the full-length album, right? Of y'all own, right?
There may or may not be another installment coming of Masterpiece Theater sometime later this year. So we have a few more songs to complete the first chapter of what Louis York is. We want people to really understand that we do everything and expect the unexpected from us. So we're filling out the vision with another few selections, and then we have even more after that.
Wow, that's amazing.
We've been working. We're not sitting on our hands right now. We have a huge bag of toys.
That's amazing because y'all stay recording it in the studio, so I can only imagine the next masterpiece of, I mean, just in general, not saying that being the next project, but just like the different masterpieces y'all have coming, for the culture, because that's what y'all are bringing is like really great music for the culture.
For the culture, you get it. That's what it's all about.
No doubt. So when can we also expect like more live performances? Because I know that's been an itching question that one of my friends was like, make sure you ask them, when can we see them on tour?
Well, first of all, where's your friend at so we know where to go?
Right. Where is she? Who knows? She might be under a rock somewhere. She be asleep.
Let us know what city she's in. But we're actually setting up some stuff for the summertime. Now that we're settled, we really want to get out there and meet people. We want to do some stuff that's not just a concert, but something that's kind of more interactive, maybe concert and informational stuff, or seminar, or gathering, listening session, all kind of stuff. We're gonna try and create something special for different places. So that's coming this summer. We're starting with some stuff in Nashville first, that's local, but then we're gonna head out and say what's up to our weirdos all over.
That's amazing. Well, listen, guys, I'm looking forward to like all that you guys have going on, from the song placements to Weirdo Workshop. I mean, y'all definitely are about to kill it. Y'all are killing it, but y'all about to kill it even more.
Thank you, man. Thank you. From your mouth to God's ears, honestly. Thank you.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, fellas, thanks so much for this interview. Definitely appreciated, chatting with y'all. Like I said, it's seriously an honor because I listen to, the different stuff that y'all do, and y'all done individually together, and it's just like amazing to have y'all on the show with us today.
Of course, anytime, my friend.
Absolutely. Well, just in case people aren't, following y'all on social media, let them know where they can, keep up to date with y'all.
If you want to keep up to date with everything we're doing, all our socials are Louis York Music, LOUISYORK Music. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And if you want to follow our crazy company where all the stuff is coming from, it's called Weirdo Workshop. It's Weirdo Workshop, just all one word, at all the different socials. And our website is weirdoworkshop.com. We sell T-shirts. You can find out everything that's going on with us. And we answer back. We like to hear from you guys, so talk to us. What's up? This is Claude Kelly.
And this is Chuck Harmony.
We are Louis York, and you are listening to our boy, David Duane, right now, always knowing the hot stuff. Let's go.